Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get it higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo.
Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to you from wherever you're watching from. This is Maiyegun live, and from the breaking news which happened hours ago, by the way. It's this moment I've managed to get some information on the attack on Professor Wole Soyinka after his own stand and support publicly for the people of Yoruba land to stand up and defend themselves against the Fulani Herdsmen. And because the government of Nigeria is in bed with these people, we have proved that repeatedly how the government of Nigeria is aiding and abetting these criminals in Nigeria, and how they are using their government power as well to shield them from prosecution and arrest. Even if you arrest them, they will still end up being released. On the one hand, the government told us that these criminals are not Nigerians. They are from outside Nigeria. Until the government started changing the story again, saying that we have, in order to make peace, we need to cede land to these foreigners. But the story is changing today. The politicians, especially some of these guys who will always love, to milk and feed fat from the division which Nigeria represents, they have decided to turn this into Yoruba versus Hausa, Yoruba versus Igbo, Igbos versus Fulani, and all of that. But people are really missing it, and it is better we make it this very clear. Who are these people killing people? And who are these untouchable people that the government of Nigeria is so afraid of, that they would rather protect them than protect the citizens? So Professor Wole Soyinka came out after Sunday Igboho, came out to defend Yoruba land, take a stand, a position that many have now agreed with. But I remember, there was a time I told you that part of the plan that will be unfolding in 2021 will be, targeted attack on prominent Yorubas, royal fathers, obas, politicians, prominent personalities in Yoruba land. They will be attacked, kidnapped, killed. Some of them will escape the attack. All this is just to spread the fear and warn others from ever standing up to question the government of Nigeria. So it's all messed up now because the government is not willing to stop these criminals, and that is what makes it a mess. But there's this also action that happened today at the National Assembly that I want to share with you before I continue. This, one moment. Sorry about that. That's some network issue there. Okay. So I have a video I want to share with you, which was captured at the National Assembly today. They were discussing the criminalities of the Fulani terrorists. But I love the messages of some of the senators and the way they presented the messages, right? For people to know that asking criminals to leave the forest, right, is to keep the people who are Nigerians, to keep them safe in Nigeria. But I'll come to details of that. But I want to share this with you before we continue. It's a 1 and 2 clips, right? But watch this first.
I don't want to say anything until I heard certain things on this floor, and I felt that we needed to clear that. I'm an Igbo man, and our people say that when the traditional healer is making medicine for the eye, that he shouldn't find pepper nearby. Because any pepper that goes into the eye means that that medicine will not work. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, I want to talk specifically on the matter of whether people were being sent away. No Nigerian is being sent away from anywhere. Criminals are being sent away from the forest where they are. And so, when we now come here and say, some people, after doing this thing and they're sending people away, you send the wrong message out. The message is simple. The police, IG, has told us these are criminal elements coming from outside Nigeria. And what we should ask ourselves is, if somebody is a criminal and he is in the forest, what is he doing inside there? And we want to paper over matters of this nature to please whatever. What we want to say is simple. We either want to solve this problem, and in order to solve the problem, the desideratum is that all criminal elements that are coming into this country from wherever they are must be flushed out. Simply sit up. I would like to start by saying that perhaps the title or the caption of this motion should have been, instead of general insecurity in Nigeria, should be the menace of Fulani herdsmen in Nigeria. I say so because not quite too long ago, the Sultan of Sokoto, His Eminence, was reported to have said that out of every 10 kidnappers arrested, 7 or 8 are Fulani. In fact, in my own local government, in the recent past, almost all the kidnappers, the highway robbers that have been arrested were all Fulanis. So, Mr. President, we must face this fact. Why is that so? It is because the Fulanis are being encouraged or are being allowed free rein in this country to do whatever they like. I will just tell you one short story. 3 weeks ago, I was informed that some Fulani people were having a conversation. One man is a cattle Fulani or a Fulani herdsman. The other 2 people are town Fulani or Fulani elites. The Fulani elites accuse the cattle Fulani of causing insecurity in the country, or especially in our local government, because they had abducted, they have kidnapped a district head, they have kidnapped a prominent community leader. And the cattle Fulanis replied them, he said, we have not read, we are not learned, we don't know anything. The only thing we know is our cows and grazing our cows in the bush. It is you, learned Fulani people, that buy guns and give us and send us on missions. So, Mr. President, we must face this fact that these people are being supported in high places. It must stop. Thank you very much.
Distinguished colleagues, let me in a group. Most of us know that people will say some of these people are not from Nigeria. Many people assert that we get people from outside the country. So I will advise that we stick to these criminal elements without calling Fulani, 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 because Fulani is an ethnic group. They are not also spared. Many Fulanis are killed. So we need everybody on board in the fight to win against criminality. So I just want to guide us this way. Distinguished Senator Chimaroke Nnamani.
Thank you at this time. Mr. President, like my colleagues have said, we have a national crisis on our hands. And it's a national crisis that has been devoid of leadership, both politically and morally. And we must say it the way it is. We must say it the way it is. Mr. President, let me give you a little statistics. Between 2017 and May 2020, there have been 654 attacks, 2,539 killed, 393 wounded, 253 kidnapped, 16 raped, 7,582 homes destroyed. That is an analysis that has been done by a research firm that is based in Brussels on what has happened in this country. And I listen to us here. For us to be saying that they're not Nigerians, it's an indictment on our leadership. That people are coming into this country, they are maiming our people, they are killing our people, they are raping our people, and we are saying they are not Nigerians. And yet these are the same security people that we are now going to promote to be ambassadors of this country, representing this country. It's an indictment, and it's not acceptable. I represent a border community that's bordering some neighboring towns, neighboring countries. I went there over the weekend. The whole place has been destroyed by all these herdsmen. People's earnings, people's lives has been destroyed. People are.
That is the senator from my own state. That is just the first part. I decided to share that with you because I was able to lay my hand on that clip from the Voice TV Nigeria, which captured the moment that for the first time in a long time, the senators were bold enough to say Fulani herdsmen, Fulani herdsmen, Fulani criminals. But they are still saying, well, you told us, the police IG told us that some of these people come from outside Nigeria. Why can't we go after them? If you agree that they are the people committing the crime and they are also killing Fulanis too, why are all the Fulanis in Nigeria who are claiming to be Nigerians, why are they against the eviction of the Fulani terrorists in the forest? And there's also this accusation of these Fulani terrorists getting their guns from the Fulani elite. There is no lie about that. And I'm going to break that down for you as well. And how this affects us as Yoruba people. That senator speaking there is APC member and is from Ogun State. Is from Yewa in Ogun State. If you have been following the development of this insecurity in Ogun State, it is so bad. I mean, it is so bad that this is the first time in a very long time that it is receiving this little coverage, this little attention. And the story is the same from Egua to Ibarapa, from Ibarapa to Ondo, from Ondo to Ekiti, from Ekiti to Ede, from Ede to Ijesha. Everywhere in Yoruba land, there are communities that are already desolated as I speak to you right now. People have run away from them, or they are living in fear, as if to say there is no government at all. In Ogun State, I can tell you this, and you can take it to the bank, okay? It is just a matter of time before you will know that what people were complaining about in Oyo State, in Ibarapa, Ogun, Ayete, and all those areas in Oyo State, Ogun State is worse because Ogun State border, the communities in the borderline who share border with other countries. In Ogun State borderline, what do you call it? the Iroko border and the rest. Yeah, go to those communities as Fulani terrorists are killing, and they're treating them like they are actually not human beings. And there's nobody. When they complained and they tried to fight back, that was the story of them being beaten up by Nigerian soldiers who went to the community to ask them, how dare you? How dare you? Reject Fulani herdsmen on your farms. And they beat them up. When that news broke out, they went back again to threaten them and ask them to recant, to say, no, they were not beaten up. Or if they refuse to do that, whenever the Fulani terrorists come killing them, the soldiers will never defend them or protect them. That is a senator from that part. This is the second part of that video. Before everything scatters, there's something I really want you to see. Some of you don't like their faces, but I want you to be picking some point from what they are saying, okay? And that is the truth that so many of them have been so afraid to say. This time around, be it APC or PDP from Yoruba land, we will make them speak and defend Yoruba land. And we will identify those that will continue to sell us off and keep quiet and become saboteurs towards the security in Yoruba land. Everyone is suffering it. It has gotten to a stage whereby they can no longer politicize it, except for those who are dreaming of the 2023. But watch the continuation of this, then we can go fully into why they attacked Professor Wole Soyinka. They are going to attack more people, okay? Some of them will not be lucky. And the only reason why they want to do that is to spread fear. It has always been in the pipeline before Sunday Igboho came on board to say, enough, no, reject them, push them back. It has always been in the pipeline. Go and watch some of my videos in 2020, the last quarter of 2020. Go and watch some of my videos on security and the invasion of Yoruba land. The discovery of over 1,742 illegal Fulani camps. And on the last count, God knows how many they are now. But with the intervention of Sunday Igboho and so many other Yoruba warriors, hunters from across Yoruba land, with their intervention and the publicity this is getting, it is helping to push back. But it is not stopping them from the plan, right? But pick some of the points from what these guys are going to say. Watch those who are Fulani senators and what they are saying to defend their fellow Fulanis. They are making people feel like it's okay. We know there are others. We too, we are suffering it. But they are the elite. That senator spoke about that. Elite are buying guns for them. Some of the Fulanis, whenever they were arrested anywhere in Nigeria, some of them are carrying guns that are federal government guns with federal government insignia on them. So when you arrest them, you have to automatically release them. It is just like that. And when you call the commissioner of police, hey, is it true that you arrested some Fulani herdsmen? They will tell you, we cannot talk about it. That is the deal. But watch other reactions on this conversation. The reason again is because for the first time, we have some of the senators who can actually pronounce Fulani on the floor of the House. And it seems that is not going down well with the Senate president, the rubber stamp, Mumulawad. All right? Watch this part, and I will be back.
Destroyed because somebody else's business, they say they are trying to feed their cows. It is upsetting. And we must rise up to this occasion. This country is at the precipice of a civil war or even falling apart, of a failed state. So, Mr. President, I rise that the president needs to speak and calm the nation and talk to the nation. Mr. President, here we are looking at what has just recently happened in America now. In 1 month, the president has passed over 30 executive orders. The president can pass an executive order banning open grazing, banning the criminality of carrying ammunition, guns and AK-47s when you are going. Enumerate all these herdsmen. There are actions that he can take immediately, but nothing is being done. I so rest my case.
Senator Cole.
No tribe should be mentioned. That is very correct and true. I will also agree with the minority leader when he says the issue is national. That is also true. Now, what I'm going to say is that the herders that trespass this country, not all of them are Nigerians. That is absolutely true. My constituency is not on the border, but near the border, just neighboring Yoruba State. And every year, herders, either driving camels or cows or goats and sheep, come across immediately after harvest, and they sack the farmers, they take away their harvest, and if they resist, they kill them. This has been going on for more than 20 years. And I have been raising that issue in my local community, in the Emirate Council. And we have written to the immigration to stop them from coming in, and the customs, but nothing had happened. Now they are spread all over Nigeria. And I can tell you, sir, that I have seen a video where so-called Fulanis, I'm sorry to mention that, herders, were occupying a place somewhere, I think either in Oyo or Ogun or somewhere. And the video was indicating where these people grouped in one place, and the language they speak was French, because I understand French a little bit. So what we are supposed to do in this chamber is to find solutions, not to narrate stories of sorrows. So please, let us address ourselves to the solution. The people are already here, and they are spread all over Nigeria. So let's find a solution, either how to get rid of them or how to arrest all of them, because they are criminals. They have no tribe. Crime has no tribe. There are only two tribes in the whole world: good people and bad people. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much. Before
it has a religious dimension, and that is Boko Haram. That is threatening the northeast, northwest, and the north central now. We have to rise to the occasion to get it done. The other issue to get at it is the governors that are negotiating with criminals and bandits. We have to look at it seriously and advise against that. They negotiated them, arms them to continue doing more because people will listen to them. The other issue is the other dimension. If there's a farmer header crisis, and the solution to it is ranching. People have said that moving cattle up and down is a way of life. There was a time when we used to be naked. We don't wear clothes. That was our way of life before. Now we have to modernize. So the only way to get this done properly now is to modernize and make sure that the ranching, the free movement of cattle here and there should not continue. That's the solution to it. The other issue why if you check the land space between the south and the north, we have more land space in the north than in the south. But the trouble of cattle and headers are in the south. The essence is the market. They're looking for market. Because in the north, the cattle is not, cow meat is not consumed. But we consume it more in the south. So if we are going to get these things done properly, that the people who are looking for market should come to a place where they want to get it. Let us see how we can find common ground to make sure that things work well for us here. The other issue is the ECOWAS protocol that has allowed people to move freely into this country. I have said it on patent time that we have to look at the ECOWAS protocol to ensure how we can know people who are coming to the country or not. And even the visa on arrival that has been given is something that is not helping matters. You know, you see, criminals come into our country here, and because we say visa on arrival, they come over and cross over, and then people give them this by medicine. It is not working. It is one of the recipe for the trouble we have in this place. The other issue is the total invitation.
The should round up.
I'm saying, Mr. President, that we have to be up and doing on this issue. We have to be open-minded. That's the only way we can do it. If not, we have crisis on our hands. And if this crisis comes, nobody is going to will be excluded from it. Thank you so much.
Senator Nicholas Tofowomo.
Thank you, Mr. President. My name is Nicholas Tofowomo. I'm representing Ondo South. We've been talking about security in this chamber.
Thank you very much. Did you hear the guy that said those videos that were uploaded on social media of armed Fulani terrorists? They were speaking French. Did you hear that? That is part of the trick to divert everybody's attention. And I've also heard that some people say, in fact, the latest update is that the Ogun State Police denied any attack on Professor Wole Soyinka. Here is the statement from the team asking the Buhari to caution the Fulani herdsmen, caution them, whatever arrangements you have with them, whatever excuses you are giving to them, caution them, because attacking Wole Soyinka or attacking any other prominent Yoruba person will have its own, will have their consequences. And it's true, according to them. Here is the statement. Hours after Nobel Laureate Professor Wole Soyinka warned this country that the activities of Fulani herdsmen could lead to a civil war and urged President Buhari to denounce them, clearly to show he is President of Federal Republic of Nigeria. The herdsmen stormed the elder statesman's residence in Abeokuta around 1 p.m. on Tuesday, yesterday rather, and caused serious scare among the professor. Before the professor calling the police. It is a painful development that others will not even give a scant regard to a man of Soyinka's stature in their madness, let loose on Nigeria with no authority to call them to order. If there are people still living in denial about the intention of these criminals and those shielding them, there is no further evidence than this. We do not know what they have that they are playing this roulette, but we are sure when a blind man says we have to settle this stoning ourselves, it is either he's stepping on or clutching on one. We also want to warn them of the implications of hurting a man like Soyinka with a fragile unity of the country. Let President Buhari know that these criminals are working hard to make him the last president of one Nigeria. So also, another group, Women Arise group, Women Arise and Center for Change, led by Oke Odumakin, you know Oke Odumakin. They also described the attack as confirmation that Nigeria is on the edge of precipice. So according to them, after a confirmation from Nobel Laureate, Professor Wole Soyinka, there are some others some others struck at his Abeokuta home on Tuesday at 1 p.m., leading to a siege on the world literary figure. We can now safely say that Nigeria is at the edge of the precipice. Soyinka had warned the country last weekend of how close Nigeria is to civil war if President Buhari did not act fast. Instead of the president acting, his media aide said he will become a talkative if he continued to speak on Miyetti Allah. Nigeria is dying before our very eyes, and its death, its death pang is what the attack on Soyinka symbolized. We hope security agencies will still have the guts to accost the assailants and bring them to justice, although the prognosis does not look good at all. And there is a video evidence of the attack. The police came out to say, not really. There was no attack. What happened is this: there were people around that responded to that attack. You know what I'm talking about? So they responded. Hunters, local hunters, the communities. Before the police even arrived, the community, they have already arrested these criminals, arrested their cows, and they are currently in possession of them. But again, to help douse the tension in the media, right? They are saying, no. It's not like that. It's just that these boys, they were, listen to this.
So you can see,
anyway, sorry that I didn't pin that into the broadcast, but the point there is this: everyone in the community know what happened. They all know what happened, and they are all aware. But because the effort is to make sure that no, don't say Fulani, continue to confuse the people. Do you get that now? Confuse them, makes it up for them, make them doubt what they have, what they see. Do you get that now? Make them feel like maybe it's not like that. And with that, we can continue to live in denial. It's like living in denial. But let me tell you something, okay? Whatever the plot is, and with the information we have managed to come across, I mean, so far so good. Some of us have been able to have access to some direct, reliable information that have come back to prove right over time. This time last year, whenever I was talking about a Fulani terrorist coming to Yoruba land, some of you were not as convinced as you are now back then, because you were waiting to see it. You wanted to see it happen, not someone saying it is going to get to that and it is going to be gradual. And when it gets to that stage, before your 2023, the fear around Yoruba land will be about to just stay alive. Do you get that now? Let's just stay alive. It will be so bad that people will become so helpless, right? Including politicians. Oh, nobody is safe, or nobody is going to be safe. Like, okay, we have police, we have this. The elite, all of them, nobody is safe. Nobody will be safe. Bad things will happen. Bad things. I have been saying this for the past 2-3 years. But last year, I remember reminding you, the message is simple. They need to spread fear. You need to begin to know that you are not safe until they tell you you are safe. So you need to begin to develop and adapt. That's what they are making you do. That is what they have done to them in northern Nigeria. We watch all of that happen. When this whole thing started, it was the poor. Then it escalated to make it real for people, even for the poor, to believe that the threat is real. They have to kill their own elite as well. We saw it. They kidnapped their elite. They kidnapped different categories of people to send messages that you are not safe until we tell you that you are safe. Condition that is psychological. It will first start like psychologically. You have to adapt to it. That is what is happening in the northern Nigeria. When they receive the news that somebody has been kidnapped, they have come to a sort of a livelihood where communities will raise the money to free them instead of going to government or waiting for government to help them. Now, you see all these communities in northern Nigeria who have suffered all these criminalities. They have been forced to keep quiet without saying, these are the people killing us. These are the people coming from outside Nigeria, are Fulanis, and they are the one killing us. They are not allowed to do that. They are not allowed to come out and say, Fulani men killed us. So when you come out to say that, the elite, the Fulani elite, they will come for you. Instead of them to go after the criminals, who are, according to them, who are also killing Fulanis. Instead of going after them, they are more interested in God knows whatever agenda it is. That is where they become culpable. We have seen Fulani terrorists who have confessed. We have Fulani terrorists who have been arrested and they have been freed. never appeared in court. And how? Because there is always a powerful Fulani elite. So what they did to their people in northern Nigeria, Christians, Muslims, Fulanis, Hausas, Beroms, Tiflis, and so many other people, because they are not just Hausa Fulani that make up the north. Do you understand? What they have done is that they are elite. When those ones that they harmed, when they harmed them for politics, for this, they needed to spread fear. And spreading fear means you have to kill people for no just reason. If you ask me now, what is the reason why Boko Haram killing people? They say book is Haram. But whenever Boko Haram want to spread their propaganda, they have to come to social media. They have to upload their videos there for people to see. There are people who are going to see the video. They are going to write in English, write in French, write in different languages, because they were able to read and write. The same Western education that is around. Book is Haram. Book is a thing, is what Boko Haram started, right? Now, today, look at what you have again. You have Fulani Herdsmen, you have Fulani bandits, you have Fulani kidnappers. As they are kidnapping poor people, they are kidnapping rich people. As they are killing poor people, they are killing rich people. Most of them who are appearing in your videos, in your interviews and all of that, speaking on behalf of the North, some of them can no longer go to their villages. Now they are wishing the same thing on us in southern Nigeria. We are the people screaming, shouting, telling the world about the insecurity in Nigeria. We are the people being accused of trying to cause problems because we are the people alerting the world. And an average northerner sees a southerner talking about the problem in Nigeria, putting names and faces behind those, of those behind the problems. Doing that, we southerners are considered as troublemakers because we are talking about the problems of the North. They accuse us of sharing fake news just because they want to hide the killings of their people in the northern Nigeria. And those who have managed to come out to expose all these killings in northern Nigeria, they have either been killed, arrested, or jailed. This is true. We southerners, go and see all these bigger platforms talking about the insecurity and corruption in Nigeria. You will see southern platforms doing this, telling the world about these injustices in Nigeria. When you see all these northern platforms owned and paid for by this northern Fulani elite, they are doing everything to continue to lie to their people. The problem. Now, when you don't tell your problem, when you don't tell your people the problem, how do you want to solve it? Now, they want to make us accept the same thing in the South. And when you look at how did they make their people quiet, even though they are being killed. Now that they have a Fulani president, they have Fulani controlling the CBN, controlling the defense, controlling the judiciary, controlling the police, controlling DSS, controlling NIA, controlling all manner of security agencies in Nigeria. Yet, they are unable to protect the Northerners. The best deal they can offer to protect Northerners is to offer money to terrorists, is to rehabilitate terrorists. That is not keeping their people safe. How did they arrive at that? Because they changed from making it look like a business to make it look real. How do you make it real? When you kill people, when they see you kill people, they will believe that you can kill them. And they will dread you. They will be scared of you. And I told you, in Yoruba land, what they are going to do to us is to spread fear. First, they will use all their own propaganda. There are those they are going to pay in Yoruba land to tell you that your security problem is not as bad as the people in Zamfara. Your security problem is not as bad as that of the people in Yobe, in Damami, in Borono, in Maiduguri. They will be those Yoruba writers, those Yoruba speakers. They will be convincing you that stop making noise. Stop going paranoid. Yes, there is insecurity, but your case hasn't gotten to the stage of the people in the North because they want you to get used to it. And the way you will get used to it is you will watch your brothers and sisters killed. Yes, you will see them. The story is going to spread. Let me tell you something, right? Back in the days, those who didn't understand that before now, in Nigeria, they were able to package lies that made it look like some people are favored, some people are not favored. But now it is so obvious that that long-term lie of you feeling like maybe you as a Yoruba man, or as an Hausa man, or as a Fulani man, or as an Igbo man, or what have you, whatever you find yourself, right, make you feel like you are more favored. Maybe you are not affected with all these things we are talking about. According to you, you have no idea. Now they have democratized the injustices now. So even you as a Fulani man, it has now come and become obvious that those Fulani elite, they have you. They don't have you in mind. If they love you, if they cherish you, if they respect you, if they want you to feel safe, they will comply and ask you to join others, to mobilize, to go after criminals who they say are also killing you. I mean, if they are killing you, why then are you against everyone rejecting them? But this is how they do it. The reason why an average Fulani boy or girl, man or woman, right, will not publicly condemn the killing is because he has been programmed, he has been conditioned to live with it. Do you understand that now? Their elite has made them or conditioned them psychologically to live with it, because with time, it will go away. And that psychological conditioning is something that is Southerner. It will be difficult to force that on the Southerners. An average Fulani will tell you, it is in my culture to move my cow everywhere. Hello? If it is your culture to move your cow everywhere, there are laws everywhere too. And there's something called law. Even if you don't go to school, if you don't do anything, even in Islam, as a Fulani, if you are a Muslim, there is also law, Islamic law, that tells you about properties and ownership, trespassing and the punishment. You should know that. Even in Islam, it's there written. You cannot take possession of what doesn't belong to you. It is haram. It is a sin. Then what the hell is that culture? What culture allows you to go about and ransack people's villages, rape their women, kidnap them for ransom, and they are telling us that it is not all Fulanis? Of course it is not all Fulanis. Then if you believe that it is not all Fulanis that are criminals, then ask the real Fulanis, the ones who are not criminals, to join everybody who will reject the violence of Fulanis in their own domain, no matter the blackmail, no matter the political correctness, right? Those who will reject them, the original Fulanis, should join them. That should be the message, right? But I know that I'm only beating a dead horse. Don't let me raise your hope and make it look like maybe they will do something like that. Do not fret. From our own intelligence report, right? Nothing changes. This little thing where everybody is standing up, trying to reject them, is expected. It's just a little distraction. Nothing stops them. Once they go further and they begin to unleash violence, like properly, and you wake up every day, you begin to read the news of this person is killed in Oyo, 3 people killed in Ogun, 14 people kidnapped in Ondo. Oh, they raped a 91-year-old woman to death in Osun. When you begin to wake up to this news, you will remember my videos and you will remember my warning. And you also remember the reason why I ask you to support every reasonable, responsible Yoruba son, daughter, any one of them that stands up to defend Yoruba land in any part of Yoruba land. You should not let them push you into this PDP versus APC, North versus South. Every Northerner who has been conditioned to accept criminals as part of them, like all these criminals in Yoruba land are telling us to accept. Femi Oponu Adesina boldly came out and told us. He told us that our lives or our land, he said that like nothing. In Ikwetumodu Ijesha, where Femi Oponu Adesina come from, the whole land have been overtaken by different Fulani terrorists from outside Nigeria. Some of them are also Chinese terrorists from China who use geolocation to locate those areas in Ijesha land, drilling and mining gold. Nobody can stand up to them. Femi Oponu Adesina could not walk into into Aso Rock and wake up in a diaper wearing, breathing, lifeless mannequin Buhari to do something and save the people of Ijesha land, save the people of Ikwetumodu from the hands of the killers, from the hands of those kidnapping them, raping and destroying their farms in Ijesha land in Osun State. Femi Oponu Adesina came out. His own solution was your land or your life, a Yoruba man. Laya Muhammad, the one that Femi Fani Kayode told us is a diaper-wearing loony too. Laya Muhammad came out and he said publicly, he's told us that those who are killing our people, those kidnapping people, raping them, destroying farms, they are not Nigerians. They are Fulanis from Libya, from Chad, from Niger, from Mali, from Cameroon, from all these West African countries. Then we said, what happened to your border? What happened to your borders? Yoruba men, and many of them are keeping quiet because of it is politically profitable for them to keep quiet. But like I told you, the fear is what they are going to spread, and they are not backing down. From the recent discoveries, we have seen where many of these terrorists with guns, why are they coming to Yoruba land with guns? You as a Yoruba man, have you asked yourself, like, okay, let's even say they want to grow, they want to graze their cows, okay? Why are they coming in, in different trucks to Yoruba land? And they are coming with batches of guns. Is there any planned war planned for Yoruba land? You as a Yoruba man, you as an APC member, you as a PDP member, you as a one Nigerian, even you, my dear brother, Buhari didn't. A Buhari did not or a Buhari did not, right? Or my dear sister Buhari, what do you call it, from across the Niger, the Buhari Shuku, the Ngozi Harris, the Nneka Harris, or the obedient fools, sophisticated morons, on-boot slaves, and all these mumumadus, all of you. Let's calm down. Ask yourself, why are Fulanis bringing guns to Yoruba land? All those intersections, what are they telling you? All these increased attack, kidnapping in Yoruba land, what are they pointing? What are those pointers to you? Are they for peace? Do you believe they are having that to protect themselves? How come we are not seeing Yoruba herdsmen with guns? At least you can say, well, because they are Yoruba, they are in Oduduwa land. They are Yorubas, That's why they have guns for their cows. How come we are not seeing them? You as a Yoruba person, these are questions that will help you personally. Even if you have any, listen, we can be, I can be a little bit, lighten it up once in a while with what I say, okay? But at the same time, I don't want you I don't want the message, the point in the message, right, to be lost on you. The reason is this: you cannot spend all these minutes here and not be able, and you are still pretty much thinking that people talking about the problem or preparing people or asking the government to do the right thing, protect the people saying all of these things are actually troublemakers, right? But ask yourself these direct questions. Like, yeah, you are for Tinubu, fine. You don't like me. I understand. I don't like you too. But I'm talking about your safety now. Okay? You may not even be in Nigeria. Do you know that being in Nigeria or being outside Nigeria does not, it does not actually like exclude you from what is coming to Yoruba land? Do you know that? Do you actually have an idea what this insecurity truly means and how it can affect you and affect your own mental health? Did you know that? Have you ever thought about that? Or you just think it's about catching crews or talking about this, or Maiyegun is just talking because Maiyegun is making money? To you, I'm asking you, ask yourself these questions. Why are they bringing guns to Yoruba land? What is going on? Have you ever asked yourself that? How come that every now and then you only see the videos of people, Fulani men, who have no explanation of where they are going in any part of southern Nigeria. They have been arrested in Enugu. They have been arrested in Benin. They have been arrested on their way to Lagos. We have seen many videos of them being arrested in Oyo State. They have been arrested everywhere. And whenever they are arrested, their identities cannot be ascertained. Their destination cannot be ascertained. Where they are coming from, nobody knows. And like that, nobody hears anything anymore. You just see the video. And after a week or two, you will see another video or more videos and more videos. And you never know where they keep them. You never know where they ended. You never know where they end up at. Nobody knows what happened to them. Then we are dealing with, they attack people today. They kill people this. Today, they have killed people in Ondo State, attacked people in Ondo State. Yesterday, they attacked Professor Wole Soyinka. 24 hours before then, Professor Wole Soyinka said, with the level things are going right now, people will be forced to defend themselves, which is true. Okay? And when more people have to protect themselves, it is just Nigeria going or getting to the stage of civil war. You as a Yoruba person, are you not worried that it will lead to civil war? When people are being killed and they are being told that they cannot fight and they cannot even talk about it, you are afraid to talk about it. What are you afraid of? Even if you don't know how or where to start from, start asking yourself some questions. How come that Yemi Osinbajo, a professor, vice president of Nigeria, a Yoruba man, a pastor from Yoruba land, who understand the carnage, and who probably as a professor of law also understand very much the economic consequences of this violence, this insecurity. They have seen the damages done to the northern part of Nigeria, to the middle belt of Nigeria. They have seen the damages done to the eastern part of Nigeria. They are seeing the damages being done to the Yoruba part of Nigeria. He is a Yoruba man. What makes it so difficult for them to talk about it? I mean, is there something? How come it is so convenient for Tinubu to go about, continue to talk to people, read the newspaper, and he is so limited from talking about it? You heard the video. There are so many people are afraid to talk about it. Professor Wole Soyinka spoke about it. He condemned the attacks. He publicly gave his support to every Yoruba son and daughter who is standing up to defend themselves if Buhari will not come out and publicly tell the whole country that I am a Fulani man. I am also a cow adder. Fulani, Buhari, remember, in history, in 1984, Buhari had 150 cows. In 1994, 10 years after that, Buhari still has 150 cows. When it comes to year 2004, Buhari still has 150 cows. When it got to year 2014, Buhari still has 150 cows. And Professor Wole Soyinka said, you as the president, I'm coming to your message, James, okay? I'm going to come back and answer you, James Ikenwenji, all right, for your question. You said I am in Scotland. Why don't I come back to Nigeria? I understand you. I'm going to address that, okay? Don't go anywhere. I have an answer for you. So Professor Wole Soyinka came out and spoke about it. And 24 hours after advising the government that, fine, let's agree that all Fulanis are not criminals. We have had Fulanis for decades in many parts of Nigeria, and they have been living with the people. They have been having their problems with them, but none of them has ever led to the people asking them to leave until they started killing the people. that the government fail or continue to look away, and 24 hours after that, some Fulani terrorists with their cows moved to his area, and they started shooting until people responded. You get that now? Until people responded. And when people responded, they pushed them back, arrested one of them, seized their cows, and the rest ran away. Now they are going to use the federal power, they're going to use the police, they're going to use all of that to get them their cows, free the one they have arrested. That is the end of the story. But before I continue, because I was asking, there are those who have the influence now, those who are walking about, claiming to be Yoruba leaders, okay? Everywhere you go, they will tell you they know the solution. And the solution is not to break up Nigeria, okay? But even when their people are being killed now, they are so afraid to talk about it. That's what I'm asking. Everywhere they go, Oshibaju, fake Pastor Ruga, it is you, Nigerians, me, all of us who are putting money into that economy in Nigeria, the people they are stealing from, we are the one feeding them. We are the one buying clothes for them. Everywhere you see him go, we are the one paying for the transportation. We are the one buying everything his family are feeding on. They are, everything they have right now, they are being fed by all of you. Even despite that, ungrateful element, ungrateful animals, they will still go about and fail, scared to talk about what affects you. Now, let me quickly answer you, James. You see, James, I have dealt with guys like you many times, okay? Coming up and asking questions. But let me tell you something. In this whole world, I have learned something about questions. There is nothing bad in asking questions. You ask a question about why don't I come back home to do what exactly? Probably to come and help you change Nigeria. That is where you missed it. Okay? I am not one of those who are interested in helping you change Nigeria, because you don't need me to change Nigeria. You have people who are being paid right now. Their job is because they said they will change Nigeria for you. I don't know where you're watching me from, whether you're watching me from Nigeria or you're watching me from outside Nigeria. Maybe you are also a patriotic Nigerian living outside Nigeria. I've told people, I said, it is so easy to be a patriotic Nigerian from outside Nigeria. You can be far away and you can love Nigeria from far away. But if you are in Nigeria and you are asking me to come back home, to come and help you fix Nigeria, I'm asking you, James, what happened to those you are paying? Your president, your senators, your governors, your lawmakers, your commissioners, your ministers, and every other people who are writing your laws, who are writing your budget, who are saying they know your problem. They will fix the light. They will save the country. They will arrest criminals. What do you want me to come back and do? To come back and order the soldiers to arrest Fulani terrorists, Abi? Or order your minister of power to fix your electricity? Or ask your president to sack all his ministers and put people that can deliver the job? Or ask your president to resign and make me the president so that I can fix the problem? Is that what you want me to come back and do? Or you just want to say it because you want to say something too, Abi? Because if you have actually thought about it very well, there are people who you are paying right now. Their families are collecting money right now. There are those who are flying your private jet. There are those who are walking about telling you they know the solution to poverty. They know the solution to insecurity. They know the solution to your joblessness. They know the solution to corruption. They know the solution to impunity. And people gave them the power. You are paying them right now. So if I come back, is it to come and ask you to make me your president of your Nigeria, or what? I mean, it's a direct question. What do you want me to come back and do? Or to come back and help you realize that you are living in a hell that you have been so used to, or you have been conditioned to accept, because you can never get it any better anyway. You should appreciate what you have. Abi, is that what you want me to come back and remind you that it is wrong to release terrorists when they are still killing people. Is that what you want me to come back home and say, you know what? The life has changed, okay? Even though Buhari may have taken all of you back to taking you back to 10th century, okay? The world has changed. You are able to sit down in your room right now. I am giving you an education, telling you that if you believe in one Nigeria, and you believe in those who also believe in one Nigeria, who are telling you that they can make Nigeria great, and you agree with them, there will be consequences of that decision. It's as simple as that. There is no God that can help you. There is no angel that is coming to help you. There is no special human being coming from anywhere to help you. When you agree with those who are milking from your vulnerability, right? And you agree with them, and they go ahead to tell you to change your life, and they fail to do it, you don't need me. I am only trying to help you now, to let you know that whatever makes you think somebody needs to help you to get out of your miserable life or the miserable country they are forced and ruin your Nigeria into. If you think you need somebody to tell you that, I am doing the job for you now, free of charge. I don't need to come and do it for you physically, okay? It is only in Nigeria, where you need your lifeless president to fly in a private plane from Abuja to Lagos because he wanted to come and cut a tick for a motor park, okay? So you don't need me to come back. And if you are not in Nigeria, you are loving Nigeria from outside Nigeria, bros, I understand you. Continue loving Nigeria from outside Nigeria, okay? There are many, many patriotic Nigerians all over the world. Do you know that? And you are not alone, okay? But if you are a patriotic Nigerian who love Nigeria so much, or who believe so much that, you can make a change, listen, take it. I mean, buy a one-way ticket now. Take your family members, take everybody you love, and go back to that Nigeria, okay? And I wish you all the best. You're going to survive anyway, but you're going to have a story to tell, right? You don't need me to come back to do that. And to God be the glory, there are other ways we will reach out, which is what we are doing. Where are those you are paying to defend Yoruba land? That is the question. They are going to spread fear. And when I say fear, they are not going to spread fear by using propaganda or anything. No. They are going to kill people. They are already doing it, but they are going to kill people that are prominent in Yoruba land. Some of them that many of you will be like, hey, how is that possible? How could they even manage to kill that man? How is that? You know what I'm talking about? They will kidnap royal fathers, prominent Yoruba royal fathers, paramount rulers. They will kidnap them. They will kill some of them. This year, you are going to witness many of that. But what that will now lead to is that some of you who don't believe that this threat is real, you will begin to believe, right? You will begin to join the fray of those who choose to stay alive and defend their land. A year ago, I told you, probably a year ago, you will never believe that anyone will have the audacity to go to Professor Wole Soyinka's house. They will go to everybody's houses. Everyone. You are going to open your door. You are going to see their cows outside. You will be fighting for your lives. You will be calling for people to help. Many, many of you, you are still going to go and start downloading and saving Sunday Igboho's number. People you can call to help. You will not be calling the police anymore. You will not be calling the military. In Yoruba land, that is what they are bringing to you. It's already here. It is here already. Professor Wole Soyinka has been moved to Lagos. You see that Lagos, that art, and they see Lagos State as the art center of Yoruba land. They are going to strike Lagos. Yes, they are going to do it. They are going to, for example, imagine if you wake up and they say they have taken, they kidnapped Sanwo-Olu's wife. Imagine stories like that. You'll be asking yourself, how come? How is that even possible? Yes, You know, like many of us that will be like, omo, it be like saying a film, you know real, you know, lie, not true. You know, scenario like that, things that you will never believe will happen, things that will never make any sense, like, they are going to do them this year. And these are the things that you will begin to have a doubt yourself that to survive, then you begin to you know, you begin to hear the news about people and communities where people are already, they've abandoned their communities. Do you get that now? You'll be wondering, like, how is that possible in Yoruba land? I remember when Maiyegun was talking about it. You will always remember what I have said, except if you have never spent up to 10-15 minutes with me on my broadcast. If you have spent 10-15-20 minutes with me on any of my videos, you will always remember Maiyegun said something like that. And that is why, as a Yoruba man, a Yoruba woman, you must always think Yoruba first. Any of your Yoruba first you are thinking that will make you abandon Yoruba for 2023, you must tell yourself the spirit that will make 2023 more important to you than the safety of yourselves, of your family members, of your relatives, of your friends, neighbors, communities, your towns and villages, your heritage, culture, traditions, and things that connect you to Yoruba land. You should begin to tell yourself now, pray for that. Pray that the spirit that will make you see 2023 presidency more important than the safety of the people of Yoruba land, that spirit should leave you now, so that it can let you see clearly that you may not even see 2023. Not because you are going to fall sick, not because anybody, you know, everyone, you know, people can die anytime. I can die anytime. Seeing 2023 or beyond can happen to, I mean, it can just be a grace to for some people, okay? But some of you are going to be killed, not because you fall sick, not because something happened to you, not because natural thing and you die. You are going to be killed by criminals that are going to send message to your people. You will see, they are already telling us in your state, when they attack people and they get you, they will slaughter you like a cow. All these videos, I have them. I can't share them with you. Do you understand? You're going to wake up one day and you're going to read it in the news that they attacked Tinubu in Lagos. And you'll be asking yourself, how? How is that even possible? Honestly speaking, you are going to remember. You are going to remember tonight. I know many of you are currently remembering that I have told you that they are going to start with fear. And the project fear is that because they only understand violence, they understand bloodbath, they understand fear. That's the only language they know. When they kill, they believe that all of you will run away. And when you run away, you're not going to go back to that place where you watch hundreds of people being slaughtered, killed like animals. You will run away. The trauma alone may make you never to go back. So imagine us experiencing that in Yoruba land. Imagine that. Imagine waking up and reading the news about it in Ijebu-Ode, reading it that they raided Ijebu-Ode, they killed 50 people, they kidnapped 20 people, they burned down the 60 houses, and there you are. You'll be reading like, am I reading it right? Come here. Because I have some of my friends, you know, I have audience, I have friends who are 70, 80 years old on Maiyegun's Diary Politico. Grandmas and grandpas, they feel young again watching Maiyegun's Diary. I have them, they are here. I have the start of those who watch Maiyegun all the time. So some of you Yorubas who have been listening to Maiyegun for a long time, imagine waking up and say, Bola, come here. Am I reading this right? Did this headline say Ijebu-Ode? 50 people killed by Fulani terrorists, by bandits. Is this correct? Let me check. Because some of you will be shocked. That Ijebu-Ode bandit, Ijebu-Ode Abeokuta, you know, Professor Wole Soyinka is living in Abeokuta. Okay? And now they moved into Abeokuta. It's not even in the forest, though. One day they are going to go to Obasanjo farm. And all of you will be like, hey! And you know where you are supposed to be worried, where you're supposed to be concerned is that you see those people that you consider as prominent people, those people who have money and they have security, they also rely on the police. They rely on the soldiers. This is the problem. If any of them get attacked, you will expect that Obasanjo, as a former military man, as a former retired soldier, as a former president, as a former, whatever other thing former you want to put into his name, they dare not go to Obasanjo farm. They dare not. Obasanjo will get soldier. Baba, forget. When I was telling you about Project Fear and targeted at prominent people that you would never believe that will ever get attacked. Wole Soyinka is attacked. They are going to mix up the news. It's a fake news. It's not true. It's true. It's not true. In the next 2 days, everybody will forget about it until another person is attacked. Okay? Project Fear. You will just wake up one day and you read it in the news. Obasanjo farms attacked by bandits. 3 people killed. Obasanjo escaped unhurt. 4 Fulani bandits arrested. That's why you will know that you have no power. That's why you will know that all your politicians, all your elite, they have no power in this current thing that is going on right now. Okay? So Obasanjo will then say, oh, thank God for the military and for some this and that help us push back. We have arrested them. Somebody said James has run away. They always come now. We will educate them. We will educate them and we let them go on and deal with their conscience. You know, you can't listen to Maiyegun. You can't listen to me for 10 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. I swear, if you manage to listen to me for 30 minutes, you don't have to listen to my video for full. You don't have to watch my video for full hour. Just pay attention for about 10, 15, 20 minutes. You are not going to remain the same. You're either going to leave after watching, having this battle within you, the battle of questioning what you have been told, what the things you have believed for so long, then the battle of trying to undo them. Like, you know, when you begin to get shocked, like, it shocked me. I have been believing this thing for so long. I've been believing wrongly for so long. You cannot watch me for 10, 20 minutes. You can't watch my video for 10, 15 minutes. Concentrate on it and remain the same. I know so many people who are, you know, returning patients on Maiyegun's diary. I know some of them that Nigeria has messed up so bad. They are returning patients, okay? I continue to treat them, heal them, continue to feed their soul with the truth, that they continue to fight, continue to reject, they continue to create their own alternative, you know, facts, trying to make it look like maybe it's not that bad. I'm still working on them. Some of them are still here. But many of my friends, they are sound-minded people who are so smarter that every time I'm dropping the line, is just making sense. Like, yeah, Maiyegun, Maiyegun. You know that those are my friends. Every time I speak and I get to that some point and I eat some nerve or you know, eat some cover, they will say, Maiyegun, sense, Baba, sense. Those are my friends because they are smart people. And when they listen to to a smart person speaking to, it's so easy for them to connect. Very easy. They say, like people of great minds, they think alike. So if you see people watching me and you are wondering, like, how come so many people are watching this guy for 2 hours? What's he talking about? Baba, just spend 10 minutes. Your own miracle is on the way. Just stay here for 10, 15 minutes. Because you'll be asking yourself some questions, some personal questions. Yes. You'll be asking yourself some personal questions that will make you question what you have been told. Why is this not that? Because that will happen. You are going to wake up one day and you will be like, Obasanjo farm. Obasanjo farm, okay. Baba, then rescue Obasanjo. Then bundle Baba. We will say, Baba, this one will be Biafra war. This one will be where people they surrender weapon. This guy is like AK-47 and they don't speak Yoruba. The ones that speak Yoruba, they just want to give the order and tell you that we are going to kill you in Yoruba. That's the only thing they want to tell you. Others are just going to be murmuring the same thing until they kill you. That is when the likes of Obasanjo will realize that, It don't finish. Oh. It don't finish. There is no power. Because you will expect that those who attack Obasanjo should go to court and go to jail. But they won't go to court. They won't go to jail. They will release them. Do you get that? That is when you will realize the elite, those ones who are telling you that one Nigeria, don't cause war, don't start wahala, don't make people kill themselves. They are killing you. They are going to kill more. They are going to kidnap people that you would never believe will ever be kidnapped. I have been saying it, and I will continue to say it until we have more of Sunday Igboho. We have more Yoruba sons and daughters who are ready, who knows that except they reject the message of these criminals who are telling you to get used to it, except they reject the spirit of keeping quiet, like Tifnumbu, like Oshibade, fake Pastor Ruga, like who actually is the Minister of Interior, somebody that should know about the insecurity and the security problem within Yoruba land, and they can go on, and go on and use that information and help Yoruba people. You see, the likes of Laya Muhammad, the likes of Femi Okunu Adesina, who is boy to garbage shoe, and the likes of Pastor Ruga, even the likes of this one, Bantueyo, Isaleko Barack Obama, Fashola, Inspector Fashola. Instead of them to use the information they are getting, the security information, and say, hey, we need to protect Yoruba people. If this whole thing should go bad, our people will suffer. They will kill our people. And we would have no control of saving them, of protecting them. At least they should think Yoruba first. Somebody asked me that what is the solution? The solution is you should support everyone standing up and taking stand against these marauders. The government doesn't want us to separate the criminals from the real Fulanis. We are not asking the real Fulanis to leave Yoruba land. They have been there. Some of them are doing their businesses in Yoruba land. Some of them are doing the Bambi Allah business in Yoruba land. We know them. Some of them will sing you Fuji. They will sing Fuji music from the beginning to the end. Fulani Tonko Fuji. We even have Fulani Tonko Fuji in Yoruba land. When they make money, they spend the money there. And the people, when they buy and invest in that economy, they are also being contributor to that economy. Those are not the ones we are telling to go away. But these ones who are always on the bike, with AK-47 on the bike, with cows, killing people, kidnapping people. Every Fulani who is legit should be supporting us. You as a Yoruba man, you should not be an Omo Ali. Come on. How can you be that? How can you be that ignorant? I mean, let's forgive your ignorance, okay? But don't be an Omo Ali. I have been talking for, if you put all my videos together, I have more than God knows. Maybe I have up to 10,000 hours. Maybe not, but well, maybe I have up to 5,000 hours of videos for you, telling you that those who are supposed to stand up and defend you, if they are not standing up for you, you should not be standing up for them. When people call them out to do their job, it is their job to defend you. Let's do that before I continue, because some of you are practicing social distancing with my thumb up on my video. Why? Are you so used to it that you think it's going to take forever to go up there and give that thumb up? Stop putting the thumb up in the comments, okay? Close that comment, close that chat, close it, okay? And you will see the like button just below the video, that thumb up there. How can you have up to 2,000 people on Maiyegun's diary and only 300 of us think this is amazing? This conversation with this guy is amazing, Only 300 people out of 2,000 people. Don't let us practice social distancing. Let's do that quickly. Close the chat, go on there and give a thumb up. It's just a click. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to Maiyegun's diary. This is I've been saying that too for many times. The reason why you should subscribe is that whenever Maiyegun is live, you don't need anybody to remind you. I will remind you myself. Set your notification to all notifications, okay? Whether Maiyegun just dropped a new video or Maiyegun is live, most of my videos are live videos. That is why you should set up your notification, subscribe. Do this before we continue. Exactly, but remember, social distancing doesn't affect your reaction to a video you love and enjoy. I'm going to be rounding up in about 5 minutes, but I'm going to leave you with these messages, these questions. There's nothing I am telling you. There's nothing I will tell you on Maiyegun's diary that is so new. I can tell you that, they are going to be kidnapping people. They're going to be killing people. But if I'm not telling you that the message behind the killing and the kidnapping is just to spread the fear, to stop you from challenging them. Because the message will be, if you try to challenge us, we will kill you. And because you know that once they kill you, that's it. They expect you to run away, vacate those lands. And they will appoint, they will force your politicians to appoint a Seriki Fulani. From Seriki Fulani, they will become emirs. There's nothing wrong if they want to be emirs of their people and communities, but do it legitimately. Don't come to our land and kill our people. But again, defend yourself is a right. It is not a crime for you to wish to defend yourself, defend your communities. You have seen it up there. Don't let them continue to tell you that every time you think about defending yourself, you are asking for war. You should continue to educate the people, okay? That listen, people may say this or say that to you. We know what we are asking for. The Fulani terrorists with guns, they are in our forest. And we want all our politicians in Yoruba land to take that fight to Abuja. They should not play the political correctness of 2023. And this is something that every Yoruba person should be interested in. You should. Why shouldn't you? Do you want to really wake up and read all this news? Okay, today you read the news that Professor Wole Soyinka's house was attacked. He wasn't armed, but they have moved him to Lagos State. That is how many people will have to leave, and they have to leave their houses. Professor Wole Soyinka is over 80 years. Even if you don't like him as a Yoruba person, or you don't agree with him on so many things, would you want them to kill him? Does he deserve to be killed by people coming from Futajalon? By criminals with guns? Fulani criminals with guns? And the Fulanis who are not criminals are telling us not to talk about it. They are telling us that talking about it is us asking for war. Do you really think he deserves to be killed simply because you don't like him or you disagree with him? There are many people that are going to be affected. Those of us who travel to Nigeria for holidays, tell me if you are not currently in a position where you are now thinking, should I take my family next time? Tell me you are not worried. Tell me that information you are hearing from Nigeria, as much as you are trying to tell yourself that it's not that bad, tell me that you are not worried. Tell me that you would like to be a victim before you will believe this. Of course, you won't tell me that. You don't want to be a victim before you believe this. We have had people who travel to Nigeria who never return back to where they travel. Who never return to their bases. Do you understand that? And that can be you. It can be me. It can be anybody. Your story will be shared. People will learn from it. Some people won't learn from it. Do you actually want that to happen to you before you think it is right thing to do, to continue to mount pressure on those who are saddled with the responsibility of keeping people safe, but they are playing Ludo, playing dice with people's lives, playing politics with people's lives? Mount pressure on them, continue to tell them that securing people's lives is not negotiable. You don't pay terrorists to keep people safe. You don't pay terrorists to buy peace. And you have to be able to be bold enough to call them by their names. They are terrorists. They are not Fulani, just Fulani, this or Fulani. They are Fulani terrorists who are unleashing terror on the rest of other ethnic groups in Nigeria. Nigeria is not made for Fulanis alone. Say it the way it is. By saying it the way it is, it will give you a clear-cut confidence and idea on how to tackle the problem. But if you continue to tell yourself that they are bandits, when you begin to believe that they are bandits from West African country, you also begin to tell yourself that maybe they are not actually Fulani, or maybe there can be even some Yorubas who are doing it. When you begin to give yourself that alternative fact, you are going to begin to underplay the seriousness of the problem until yourself or somebody closer to you become a victim. Do you actually want that to happen to you? Don't join them in waiting for 2023. If there's any time for Yoruba to ronu, my brothers and sisters, my uncles and aunties, my grandpas and grandmas, nanas, it is now for Yoruba to ronu, or else we are going to watch Yoruba land, Yoruba governors, pay security money to terrorists on Yoruba land to buy peace. And that is the peace that you probably will not be confident enough to take your family to Nigeria on holiday. Tell me you are not already afraid of taking your family to Nigeria, and tell me that you are not already withdrawing your holiday that you are already booked to take your family to Nigeria for, that you are not already thinking, should I take them to Ife? Should we hire a shopper? Should we go and hire a helicopter? Or should I just forget it and stay in Lagos? Are you already not thinking about that? Let me tell you something. They are so sophisticatedly armed that they can come to Lagos State, the heart of Lagos State, and kidnap you from Lagos State and take you to the forest in Oyo State, and take you to the forest in Ogun State, and take you to the forest in Ondo State, Osun State, Kwara State. Yes, they can. Maybe you have no idea. And now that they have tasted what it takes to, what it tastes like to kidnap people and collect money, it is more lucrative than selling a cow, raising a cow for 2-3 years before you will sell the cow and make 100,000 naira and make a profit of 20,000 naira, or maybe no profit at all. Yes, it is more profitable to kidnap people. And all of you running to Lagos, they will come to Lagos before the end of 2021. You will be reading the news like that, except if those who are walking about claiming to be Yoruba leaders right now, if they take it serious, the insecurity in Yoruba land, and refuse to politicize it, and tell them that if there's any time for Yoruba to run, it is now. Mark my word, everything I have told you today, digest on them, they are going to happen, okay? And when they begin to happen, they are just going to what? They are just going to validate what I'm telling you today. And possibly, it won't be too late for you to agree with those who chose to defend the land. And when it leads to civil war, there will still be people to fight it. Maybe not you, maybe not myself, but maybe not those you think you know. Or maybe you don't even know what we know. But you know one thing is this, everybody is going to fight it one way or the other. And it's going to happen. But before it gets to that stage, trust me, those who are parading themselves as elite in Yoruba land, those who are parading themselves as politicians, religious leaders, community leaders in Yoruba land, your communities are going to become somebody else's communities, or you are going to pay to stay in those communities. If you continue to agree with them, politicizing this, it is Professor Wole Soyinka today. Tomorrow is another day. In fact, today is still not over yet. Tomorrow is another day. Do you know who is going to be next? Me, you, or somebody you know. We will find out. For now, Professor Wole Soyinka is safe. But are you safe? Maybe you should think about that. I'm going to see you some other time. Remember, before you go, subscribe, like the video, copy the link and share it with your friends. And then to my new friends, I got a new member. We just subscribed to become a member of Maiyegun General Politico, and that is a Yinka Abe. Thank you very much for joining the gold membership of Maiyegun General Politico. I have a friend, he's a regular viewer of Maiyegun General content. He's having a lot of problem in Cyprus right now, and he's living rough right now. COVID-19, pandemic, and those who have been affected as Africans in so many parts of the world are battling through it. COVID-19 pandemic and the economic ruin that this brought, the victims, the casualties of this, we still don't know them yet. This brother contacted me, and I'm still trying to put my head around it and see how can we be of help. What can we do? What is even more paramount right now? Should we contact our friends or my friends in Cyprus? Any of my friends there? What can they do? I'm still putting my head around this. Tomorrow, I may come back for your help to help him. Okay? He's one of our brothers from Biafra land, a very, very, very lovely supporter of Maiyegun's diary. But the pandemic happened. He survived, but it's, you know what I'm talking about. A lot changed. He is now living rough in Cyprus. I'm going to need help of my friends in Cyprus. For some of you are watching me or watching me in any country close to Cyprus, I'm gonna need your help. But when I put my head around it properly, and now I'm gonna go about it, I'll come back here and share that with you. We're gonna reach out to him. Yes, we're gonna reach out to him like we always do. Thank you very much for your time. I'll see you some other time. Stay safe and subscribe.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Wọ́n bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Igbó nìna kówó jẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ.
ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà àìsíwọ́lú ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ tún ra kì Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ tún ra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran.